My heart is beating so fast. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is MichelleAna. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've been here before, what's up family? It is another day, another video. I don't even know like how to really start this video other than this is my new place. You guys saw the title. I finally got my own place officially, my first ever home, all on my own. And I am like, honestly, like I don't even know where to start all of this, but one of the things that that I'm reminded of in this process is how faithful God really is. Like that's really the only thing that I'm reminded of, not the only thing, but one of the main things I'm reminded of in this season. Let me fix this mic so that y'all don't see this mic. Y'all, I have been in my place for almost a week. When you guys see this video, it'll be officially about a week. And I kind of just want to chat about how this all even happened. So about 3 years ago, you guys know, if you've been following me for a little while now, you guys have witnessed a lot of the transitions in my life, from starting my YouTube channel where it was mainly like vlogging and beauty related things, and being a military wife and all that stuff, from transitioning from that to then you know, experiencing the death of my husband, and then full-time entrepreneurship, and then figuring my life out, moving here, moving there. It has felt like just like a long journey of self-discovery and trials and trusting and stretching in so many different ways. And I feel like God is starting to show me a lot of the promises, right, that he had already made. I'm trying not to like make this video like a super emotional one. Trying to get myself together. But so about 3 years ago, when my husband passed away, I couldn't afford living in my apartment anymore, like on my own, because I was a full-time, right, YouTuber at the time, or really trying to adapt to the full-time life right before you know, my husband had passed away. And I had just transitioned into that full-time lifestyle, and so I was, you know, learning a lot about entrepreneurship and getting my life together, and then boom, the unexpected, right? So we all know this. This mic keeps coming down. And so we all know this. I've kind of chatted about this journey, and I think the reason why I get overwhelmed emotionally is because I documented a few of the very hard moments that I experienced as I was transitioning, right? And I want to actually insert a clip here of when I actually had to let go of my apartment because I couldn't afford it anymore. I just had to let go of it. And I remember just feeling like, you know, God was taking away so much from me, like everything. I just felt like stripped, and I couldn't experience, like I couldn't get a break is what I'm saying. Like I couldn't catch a break. And I remember just feeling like it was just such a season of loss and of stripping away of things that I thought were going to last forever. And so I want to insert here that the day that I actually had to leave my apartment, and just the language and the belief of the things that I was believing God for, even at that moment. And then I'm going to come back to today and talk a little bit more about how this place even happened. One thing that I can't obviously disregard how I feel. I feel pain. I feel hurt. I feel like, if I could be honest, I feel like God is taking everything away from me. But I know that it has to be that God has something so much greater and so much, it's inimaginable or imaginable. Like, I cannot imagine. I can't possibly even ever imagine what it is that he's got for me. God, like, I know for a fact that my faith has been tested. And I was reading today Romans 15:13 or something like that. He's just talking about how when you abide in God, this is all in a nutshell, or like my perception of it. His promises and his Holy Spirit abounds in you. Like, it's overwhelming. I looked up the word abounds, and it's just overwhelming. It means to greatly overwhelm and saturate, for lack of better words. I look a hot mess, but this right here is hard. This step right here is really, really tough. But I knew that God was leading me to let go of it. This process that God is taking me, it sucks. It sucks. But I know, and I am confident in knowing that God's got me, and that greater is coming. I believe that today is February 11, 2017. Greater is coming soon. I don't know what it looks like, but greater is coming. Greater is coming. So as you can see, y'all, like, even in the midst of uncertainty, even in the midst of loss, of pain, of just seeing everything just shatter before my eyes, I still knew that God was going to be faithful, and I knew that he was going to keep his promises. And so this year, 2020, right? We're in March 2020 now, but when this whole place came about was in February of this year of 2020. And if you remember clearly, it was in February 2017 that I lost the place. And it was in February 2020 that he gave me my own place. And what I'm saying is that God will allow moments of adversity, and life will, unfortunately have moments where you just feel like you're losing everything, right? But God has a way of literally creating something beautiful after something detrimental, or something beautiful from something that you felt so much loss from. And I know that this is only the beginning, and I know that we're actually in a time where we feel like, what in the world am I ever supposed to do right now? I mean, I even kind of experienced that. I was moving the weekend that this whole COVID-19, Rona, whatever we're calling it, virus, kind of like everything shut down. And I was like, wow, it speaks to so much of what God has just done in my life, and how he literally creates gardens from graves and beauty from ashes. And although sometimes I'm like, all right, God, like, why you gotta be so dramatic with me? It's almost like he literally is like, just let me do this. Let me do what I do best, and let me take control. And I need you to relinquish the control. I need you to surrender the control, because the way that I'm about to do this doesn't even compare to what you have what you have conceptualized in your mind, because you don't even have the capacity to think or even imagine what I can do with your loss, and what I can do with your pieces, and what I can do with what you felt like you got stripped away from. And what I'm saying is, I remember my first night here, and I was just like weeping and just thanking God for like just really allowing me to receive this gift of my own little place. And he literally whispered into my ear, like, you know, like, daughter, like, I know you're so grateful, and I know your heart, but this is only the beginning. And that's something that I want you guys to know walking away from this video. I know this is me sharing that I got my own place, and don't worry, y'all, I'm gonna make sure I give you an empty apartment tour right now. I have a few things kind of everywhere. I'm waiting for some furniture. Everything is kind of chaotic, y'all, but I did do an empty apartment tour. But in the midst of that, you know, I want to encourage you guys to know that literally, even when things feel like they're all over the place, it doesn't catch him by surprise in the way that things are happening. There is such a stillness in the earth right now. I consider it a gift to be able to be alive in this time. And I'm praying and covering those that are directly affected by what's going on, but I'm also covering those that are literally like leaning into what God is trying to tell us concerning us. And it's so important to lean in and just reset in this season, and really trust what God is doing in the earth. It's almost like a rebirthing. It's like a resetting. And it's funny because I'm wearing my Flourish hoodie, and it's super lightweight, by the way. But anyway, I'm wearing my Flourish hoodie, and I'm just reminding myself that we can flourish even here, flourish even in the hard places, flourish even if we're not a perfect sunflower. I have my sunflowers back here already, but even if it's not perfect, even the wilted sunflowers still have a purpose. Even the wilted, the ones that don't look as pretty, they still have a unique purpose. And so even though some of our lives haven't looked perfect, even though some of the decisions that we've made haven't been the best, God still uses those things to make beautiful canvases, like to make a beautiful life out of the things that we kind of just like low-key jacked up, or even as a result of other people's decisions, we've kind of like had to live out the unfortunate effects of their decisions. So I just want you guys to share in my joy. I'm sharing this. I've been here for about a week, like I said, but I haven't said anything to anybody because I just wanted to take in the sacred moment of what it is to really bask and be in what God has promised you. And y'all, what a beautiful gift God gives us in his son. Oftentimes I think about the fact that he understands our grief, and he understands our concerns, and he understands the things that worry us, because he also experienced that grief in losing his son, but yet he resurrected him. And literally for us, that's the gift that he gives us. And so I'm just so excited about what God is doing here. To be honest with you, like, I'm here now, and I know that God is doing major things in my life and in your life. But I'm just like really taking it all in, and I'm literally just really excited about like just him and I spending quality time here in this place, creating content, really diving into a lot of the things that I've kind of had stored in my heart but wasn't really ready for. That's a whole nother video. And just like fully trusting him. A few videos ago I talked about, you know, the moments that it grieves God's heart when we don't fully trust him, right? You know, sometimes we disappoint ourselves, but it grieves God's heart when we don't fully trust him. This mic is just literally, I'm gonna have to tighten this up. But I hope that you guys are excited as well for this new journey for me. I'm really excited to see what God does here in this place. And yes, I'm officially finally back in New Jersey. Jersey. I've been trying to get back this way for a long time, but I'm finally back in New Jersey and I'm excited to be back home. Not sure how long I'll be in New Jersey, right? Because I'm always about like wherever God calls me, but for now I finally have somewhere to plant myself and really just grow, and I'm so excited to see the beauty of the things that God is creating in my life. And so thank you so much for watching today's video. I can't believe I am standing in my own place. Like, I'm glad I kept it together though, because honestly I really could have had a situation and could have melted, but you know, hopefully my mascara didn't go anywhere. If you're excited about my new place, give me a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Also give me some apartment like lifestyle type of content ideas. I am doing an empty apartment tour. I am doing like how I decorate and all this stuff, but I just, you know, literally moving in the midst of this coronavirus thing, it's been interesting. Also, one more thing, make sure that you check the link in my description box. I have some things there that you guys will find super helpful. Also, a link to this lightweight, super lightweight hoodie, because listen, we are flourishing no matter where we are, and this is literally a statement that we're making, that we're flourishing even here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.